Hey, good morning, gentlemen. So I thought I would just make this quick video here and share with you a little bit about what's been going on with me and my journey with journaling with God and just really trying to actively listen to Him. Just to encourage you, if you haven't really taken the time or maybe you've thought about it or only spent just a little time, it is so well worth it. I'm being ignited with a passion like I've never had for Jesus and for listening to God and just to actively obey and listen to Him. I started, right after our group, just listening to God and journaling, just writing about my physical surrounding. And it just led me to just realize, a lot of times we make excuses or we say things happen for a certain reason just because that's just the way it is, or I'm trapped. And God led me to realize that a lot of times we put those prisons on ourselves. We're the jailers of our own minds, and we have to be able to free them. And God's given us everything we need to free ourselves from those prisons. And what God's been telling me is He's been showing me different leaders in the Bible. At first, I thought it was just to become a leader like David was, and then just 2 days ago, He showed me Jehoshaphat, and so I'm learning different areas and how I think God is trying to grow me personally as a leader. And I'll tell you, it all starts with being obedient to Him and to draw nearer to Him so that He can draw nearer to you. And I actually did something that I've never done before. I'll just share a quick testimony. I'm in new home sales, so I've been doing that for 14 years, and I'm do very well at it. I've been super blessed in this career, and one of the cool things that happened to me was we had a new salesperson named Max that started, and he's a new rep. He's not been doing very well. I've never met him, never spoken to him or anything, but in my quiet time journaling with God, at the end of it, I was like, "What are you trying to show me, God?" And I just saw in images that said "Save Max," and then I heard like an audible voice, "Save Max," and I'm like, well, what the heck, guys? Like, the only Max I know is this new sales rep that my boss had mentioned he's probably gonna get canned soon. And so I just felt it on my heart I reached out to my boss and I said, hey, can I please have Max's contact info? Felt God telling me in my quiet time that I'm to pray with him and to just encourage him and see if we can't get things turned around. And she's like, okay, sure. And so she gave me his number. Right before I went to work on Wednesday morning, I basically pulled over to the side of the road before I stepped into the office, and I said, "Hey, Max." I called him up, and nervous, didn't want to do it because I don't want to be the creepy weird guy. There's that weird religious guy over there, and I didn't want to have that happen to me. So I decided, what, I'm just going to be obedient and trust that my hope comes from God, and let me just listen and see what He has to say for me. And so I basically went on and I called Max and I basically prophesied over him saying, hey, Max, first of all, this is Mike Carlson. I work with Richmond as well in sales. I know we've never met, we've never spoken. I don't know if you even know who I am. Not that I'm anybody special, but I am a Christian and I believe in God and I believe in obeying what He tells you to do. And He told me in my quiet time that I need to reach out to you today. So I don't know if you believe in God or if you don't, but I want you to know that your suddenly is right now and that it's time for you to step into the destiny God has called you for. And if you were ever going to write a contract, today is your day. So if you're going to close anybody, today is the day you need to ask for the sale because God is on this. He wants so much more for you than just this one sale. This is just the beginning and a pathway to lead you closer to Him. And I believe He's calling you today, Max, to do that. And he was like blown away. He said, thankfully, he said, I am a believer. And he's like, I need to reach out to my uncle. He's his uncle or his cousin or brother or something is a pastor. And he thanked me for it, and he just very much well received it. And sure enough, later that day he called and he wrote his first contract. So praise report right there. And I thought that was it. That was the where the testimony was coming from right there. But then 2 days later, my sales manager actually reached out to me and we were talking. And she's like, thank you for sending that text about Max. I was like, oh, I know, he got his first sale. It's so awesome. God is good, right? And she's like, no. She's like, we actually had to put my dog Louie down that day. And just that text coming from you, knowing that you were hearing from God, it just let me know and my family know that our dog Louie was going to be safe and in a better place in heaven with God. And it just your text reaching out and being obedient to God gave her and her family peace and comfort as a touch from God, knowing, hey, they know that she knows that I'm a believer. And I just want to share with you, don't take these moments for granted. These small moments that you want to spend with God. Not spending a long time. I'm spending 15, 20 minutes, and then seeing where the next 15 to 20 minutes leads me. And better yet, at the end of it, it seems like I'll spend 45 minutes to an hour just reading, reflecting, and writing. And it's no coincidence. Every day I'm writing in my journal. I'll show you here, like on the bottom of my journal. I'll show you the pages. There's scriptures on the bottom of the journals. I don't read those beforehand, but it's really quite amusing to me how God is literally talking to me through my words as I write down questions and thoughts that I'm having. I look down and read the scriptures underneath it, and the scriptures coincide with exactly what I'm writing. So I don't think that that's a coincidence. I believe that God will talk to us. I think he will talk to you. And, anyways, I just want to encourage the group. Take the time, start with 5 minutes, and build on that. Trust me, God will make time for you. If we just stay obedient to him, he's going to open the doors for us to hear him more. And I'm finally realizing for the first time in my life, he's always been talking. It's just, are you listening? We'll see you guys on Thursday. Hope you guys have a great day. Bye.